Kingdom Come'a kaldığımız yerden devam ediyoruz. En son ne yapmıştık? Babamızın görevlerini yaptık. Şimdi başka bir görev daha aldık babamızdan. Bakalım onları da yapabileceğiz mi? Yine bu bölümler kısa kısa olacak. Çok uzun değil, 30 dakikaya geçmesin diye dikkat ediyoruz. Evet. Şöyle bir kendine gelsin oyun. Yok mu bir görevimiz? Güneşten satma edecek. Terasa için çivileri al. Babayla bir daha bir konuşalım. Tamam. Görevini zaten vermiş. Terasa için çivileri alacağım. Sanırım içeride de değil. Aç kapıyı hancı. Sevgili mamacım. Bizim çivimiz varmış. Çivilerimiz. Teresa için çiviler. Bir Teresa'ya verelim. Sevgili Teresa ne gülüyorsun?
Here are those nails.
Ehu diye gülüyor ya.
Thanks. So, how's Bianca?
She's fine.
Üstünü başını bir
Just
değiştir ya.
wondering, will you be going to the dance this evening?
We will.
Maybe we'll see each other there. Anyway, mustn't keep you. I'll be on my way.
Sanırım o Manik de bizden
This sword
hoşlanıyor.
is truly beautiful.
Emre'ye bak sen. Yılanri. Abi tipe bak ya.
Fine lass, eh? Now stop staring at her and come and see this. It's time for the
Hadi
trial by
Emre ağzının
fire.
suyunu sil. Nice. Güzel.
We did a fine job.
Baş yap.
I would expect nothing less from such a renowned swordsmith.
Those days are gone, sir.
İlk geldi.
You haven't lost your skills, though.
Andri çekil ağzını yüzünü kesmesin. Çekil kenara.
Would you like to try it?
Sir, what good is a sword to a
Let him
commoner?
try it.
Rezil olma time. Ada salak Henry. Mal Henry.
You still have a lot to learn. Ask your father to show you how. He knows what he's about.
Learning his trade will serve him better in life, sir.
Perhaps. But who knows what the future holds for each of us. I see that you almost have it finished.
It just needs a polish, then Henry will bring it to you.
Excellent. Fine work, very fine. A sword such as this will bring honor to its bearer. What say you, Svan?
True, Sir Radzik. If I'd have had its
Sir
like
Radzik.
back in Nicopolis, things would have worked out differently. How odd to find such an accomplished swordsmith working in a place like this. A man of his talent would have no problem making a fortune in Prague or Vienna.
You're right. It's a very long and peculiar story.
I'd be glad to listen to it over a cup of wine, but duty calls, and I must leave. Here you are. Learn from your father. He truly is a master of his craft.
I'm sure our paths will cross again.
He certainly will.
Once it's ready, send your son up to me with it. Good work, Martin.
Sir.
Hayırlı işler diyeyim. Andri utanmazsa secdeye
It's been an
varacak.
honor, says Svan. Have a safe journey to Sasau.
The honor is mine, Sir Radzik. Thank you for the hospitality.
Kafandaki ne kadar çirkin seni ya. Andri'nin üstü başı temizlenmiş.
A long, peculiar history. That was a long time ago. I might tell you about it sometime, but not today.
Früh.
Will you teach me how to use it like Sir Radzig said?
Why?
Well, it could come in useful. Maybe I'll travel a bit before settling down. I'd like to know more than the tavern on the green and the forge.
You know the trouble with an adventurous life, son? It can end before it gets started. I might teach you how to handle a sword, and then someone will shoot you with a crossbow as soon as you set foot outside the house.
You talk as if you've seen it happen.
A man my age has seen a lot. Being a blacksmith might bring no glory, but it has its benefits, like keeping your head on your shoulders. I want to end my days in Skalitz, here, beneath the linden tree and by your mother's side.
Bizim
Say,
pederin
why?
bayağı bir hikayesi var gibi ya, dur bakalım.
First, I'd like to see the world, meet new people.
Meet them or beat them.
Meet. You have to keep going on about it.
Then you've no need to learn swordplay.
Bize de at verin hadi.
A messenger.
He was in a hurry. What's happened?
Aa, saldırı mı var lan? Al işte. Topa tutamaz Henry. Ama dümdüz edecekler bizi. Yok daha neler. Nükleer ataydınız. Henry, ana baba, Bianca, koş.
Listen to me, Hal. Listen carefully. Take the sword, go into the house, and grab anything else important from the trunk. Go to the castle. Hurry.
What about you?
Babayın kimliği nasıl geliyorlar?
Your mother is in the village. I'll fetch her and we'll follow right behind.
I'll go with you.
No. You do what I say right now. Give the sword to Sir Radzig. If anything happens, he'll take care of you. He owes me.
Koş Henry, koş Henry.
Quickly! We have to close the gates!
Move! Come on, we're closing!
Move it, people!
Come on!
We're running
Come
out of
on!
time! Oh, Henry! Thank God! Get inside quick! We have to shut the
Get
gates!
running, people! Come
Gir
on!
içeri hadi.
Listen me.
Are you mad? You can't go back! Ah,
Get through the gates!
Hadi lan hadi. Babayı görüyor musun babayı? Bu da Bianca'ya gidiyor diye düşünüyorum. Gözünün önünde öldürecek. Daha neler? Daha neler? Senin o kel kafanı koparacağız biliyorsun değil mi?
hurry, Henry! There's nothing you can do! Come on, Hal! You can still make it!
Hadi Emre, hadi oğlum. Döneceğiz geri hadi. Şerefsizlere bak. Nasıl öldürdüler anayı?
Find a horse! course. Ride to town, Merc. Tell them what's coming. Warn them.
Run by the moat! There's a path down there! Jump down from the wall and flee!
Ay parayı da verdik mal gibi. Bari parayı da bırakmayaydın. Salak Henry. Ne dövüşüyorsun ne bir şey yapıyorsun. Koş, koş abi. Oğlum manzara çok iyi yalnız. Oo! Efso bir manzaramız var. Henry sana bir an önce bir dayanıklılık, farklı, ot top. Bulmam lazım benim. Ben haklı olurum. Sen ölmeyiz değil mi la? Hadi bakalım. Ananı bunlar düşman. Hayır. Aa. Havel gibi gidersek olacağı bu. İyi de herif direkt önüme çıktı. Daha mı erken aşağı ineyim, daha mı geç? Tamam, atı bulacağımız yeri gördük. Karşıya gideceğiz. Ağlama Henry. Şöyle ineceğim ya, yerin patikasını. Oğlum buradan geçiş yok mu?
You pigs! Don't touch me, or I'll kill you! Go to hell, you tatar beast!
İçeride. Bunu çalmam lazım. Görme beni. Bin ulan, bin ulan. Atın temel tırıs hızıdır. Bunu çağırabilirsin. Tamam. Atı bir çalalım. Evet, yardırıyoruz. Atım yorulmaz diye düşünüyorum ama. Bir koşuyor arkamızdan. Neyse, ilk mal kaçışımız saymazsak saymayalım bence, bayağı malca olduk çünkü. Adam hem atlı hem okçu. Şimdi ondan biz kaçacaksak sıçtık bu arada. Sanıyorum biz kaçacağız. Lan koş. Vallahi gidiyorum da nereye gittim şu an tam bilmiyorum. A'ya doğru yardırıyorum. Orayı biraz aç.
Hamburg is to the left along the stream.
Bu tarafa gideceğim. Koşun lan, koşun. Abi hala geliyor. Hadi güzel at. Hadi şeker attım, yaparsın. İnşallah doğru yere gidiyorum bu arada. Yalnız birazdan at yorulacak.
Run for it! Go! They'll kill you all! Yeah!
Oğlum bir yürüyün gidin. Ana manyaklara bak.
To Talmberg!
Hadi yavrum dayan.
Yeah!
Hoş lan. Yemin ediyorum şansa geldik ha. Bir saniye daha geç varsa yapıştıracaklar ağzımıza bir tane. 3 tane 4 tane ok yedik.
Oh my god! Wait!
Jesus Christ!
Help! Skeleton's been attacked! Do something! Help! Quickly, everyone! Get your asses here!
Hey! And loose!
Nece konuşuyorsunuz siz ya? Neyse. Sağ salim geldik.
Quickly! We're closing the gate!
Atımız da fena değil ha. Tatlı bir şey.
Someone give him a drink. And bring hot wine and bandages.
Korkuttular küçük emrimizi.
Tell me, boy, who are you and where are you from? What in hell's name happened?
I've come from Skalitz. They burned it to the ground, slaughtered everyone.
Who? Who burned it to the
A
ground?
huge army. They attacked without warning. And they weren't Czechs or Germans either.
Who then?
I don't know. I've never seen armor like it or heard their language. Maybe Tatars?
Vikingler mi yoksa?
Tartars, you say? Well, we'll deal with that later. First, let's have a look at that leg of yours. Grit your teeth, boy. I'm gonna pull that arrow out.
Hartar neymiş oğlum?
Easy. All done. You were lucky, lad. The arrow missed the bone. It only needed bandaging, and I've done that often enough before. War is a good teacher. Can you stand? There you go. Good as new.
Thank you.
Have you idlers nothing better to do? Get back to work. You'll have to speak to Lord Divish. Can you manage?
Lord Dewish. Yarasın koçum.
Sir, this is a survivor from...
I heard, Robard. Tell me, boy, what exactly happened? Did you see the ensigns of the attackers? And were there any more survivors?
So, I don't know what army it was, but it was huge. There were dozens of banners flying on the hill above Skalitz. The ones who did the slaughtering spoke a strange language. They burned Skalitz to the ground, but a lot of people took refuge in the castle. I wasn't quick enough. And as I fled, they shouted from the battlements that I should come and warn you.
The soldiers the boy didn't recognize. They could be those Cumans of Sigismund's. It said
Oğlum
they
sizin
came to Hungary
şapkanız ne
from
kadar
the
çirkin
east,
ya.
and now they're the core of his army. Sacking Kuttenberg must have given him a taste for stolen silver.
Skalitz is a small castle, sir. If Sigismund attacks, they can't hold.
Indeed, Sir Robard. And our small garrison would be no help, even if we could risk sending them.
You think we're next in line?
Maybe. What's your name, boy?
I'm Henry, son of the Skalitz blacksmith.
I know him. Did he make it inside the castle? I'm sorry. It's in God's hands now. No one else can help us. Anyway, thank you for risking your neck to warn us. Robard, take care of Henry. Make sure he gets something to eat and some rest.
Yes, sir.
And get all the people inside the gates. We have to prepare for the worst. Make all the necessary arrangements.
As you command, sir.
Evet. Diyalogumuz biraz fazla bu oyunda. Ama bence güzel oluyor gibi böyle. Oynaması da keyif. Şahsen beni tatmin ediyor hikaye şimdilik. Biraz fazla sessiz kalıyoruz ama yapacak bir şey yok. Çok konuşup da dağıtmaya gerek yok bence. Hikayeyi. Evet. Kötü oldu. Pederimiz gitti. Anamız gitti. Ondan sonra köyümüz gitti. Ablacığım çekilecek mi? Buyur Sir Robert'cığım.
You've done well, lad. I'm sorry for your loss. You must be all done in. Why don't you go to the kitchen and have a good meal? Sorrow is easier to bear on a full stomach.
Oh, God damn it, my stomach hurts.
I heard about your father.
Tamam.
They say he was a swordsmith who moved to the countryside to make horseshoes. I can't understand why he'd waste his talents, but I'm sure he had his reasons.
Bizim pederin mevzuları var da
It's a great loss.
zamanla öğrenecek biz onu da.
Something.
Ah, milady. You are fortunate our good lady Stephanie of Talmberg has graced us with her presence.
My lady, I'm honored.
So this is our brave young man. Welcome, lad. Bojena here will take care of you. No doubt
Bojena
you're
here.
tired and hungry.
Indeed. How could he not be, poor soul? After everything he's been through, he must be as hungry as a bear, aren't you, young master? Here you are, then. Eat your fill.
And a little wine to wash it down.
Thank you, my lady.
When you're done, you can go and rest with the grooms in the Outer Bailey.
No, that won't do, Sir Robard. After all he's been through, he deserves a proper bed. Let him sleep in a lodge in the courtyard.
Certainly, milady. Young Henry here is overwhelmed by your generosity.
Yes, yes, thank you, my lady. May God reward you for your kindness.
Eat up now. You're in capable hands, so I'll leave you to it. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, man.
Götüm Henry hiçbir şey yapmadı, gördüğü hürmete bak.
When you've done, you can sleep in the bedchamber of the courtyard lodge. And don't forget to take off those filthy boots before getting into bed.
Ayı da sevmedi. Lady bize iyi davranıyor ya. Hoşlaşmadı illa. Evet, şimdi şu acı karnımızı bir doyuralım. Peynir de ver bize baba. Peynir de ver. Ne fırında tavuk ver. Şimdi envanterimizi bir açalım. Şunu bir yiyelim. Peynir yiyelim. Mercimek püresi yiyelim. Yuvarlak ekmek yiyelim. Ne durumdayız? Uykumuz var. Şarap istiyorum, şarap.
Oh, damn, I'm tired.
Konuş, aşçı bir konuşalım
Greetings.
bakalım.
What do you need?
Evet. Nereden bir şeyler
If I
alabilirim?
needed some food, who should I ask?
Who do you think, young man? Me, of course. And if you want something extra, I could help you out with that too. Goodbye.
Biraz burayla ilgili bilgi almamız lazım bizim ama bir gideyim uyuyayım. Gözüm kör olacak. Uyu uyu. Çizmeleri çıkarmadın gerizekalı. Şöyle temizinden bir 5 saat uyuyalım ya. Oldu mu, tamam mı? Uyuduk mu uyumadık mı anlayamadık.
Today the patrols will be doubled. Keep your eyes peeled. If you see anything out of the ordinary, report it immediately. Understood? Yes, sir.
Yes?
It is I, Henry. Forgive the intrusion. I didn't wake you, boy, did I?
My lady. No, not at all. But what brings you here at this hour?
I thought you.
Ya aynısını söylüyorsun, içemedik ya.
It's just what you need to help you sleep.
My lady. Thank you. You really shouldn't. You could have sent a servant.
I was going to. But to tell you the truth, I couldn't sleep either. I thought of you while saying my prayers. How awful it must have been for you. I came to offer you solace. To let you know you're not alone.
Thank you. Thank you kindly.
You're welcome. Now, Henry, I know this is all very new and strange for you. But I want you to feel at home here. You're not to worry about anything except getting better. God knows you've been through a terrible ordeal.
Tamam abla, anladık. Bir şeyler yaşadık.
I know what it is to be left alone in the world. Although your loss is much greater. But with God's help, the pain will ease in time. And it can help to talk about it, if you feel like it.
Lady ile evlenip bu kalenin şeyi mi olacağız? Niye bunun hakkında konuşamıyormuşuz?
You might be right, my lady. I'll tell you what happened. It was terrible and unexpected. The day started just like any other. Father sent me into town on some errands.
Her şeyi mi anlatacağız? Ulan oğlum baskını anlat dedi.
A fellow by the name of Kunnish owed
Allah
money to
Allah.
Father, who sent me to collect it from him. Only Kunnish had no intention of paying. It got a bit heated, as often happens when there's money involved. But Kunnish still wouldn't cough up the coin.
Mal baskını
Father was too
anlat
generous
demek
for
de
his own
bu
good,
anlattığın ne alakası
letting
var
even a
ki?
scoundrel like that buy on credit.
Benim söylediğim baskından önce.
When I'd done all the errands, I headed back home. I promised Father I'd help him with his work, and I was looking forward to it. He was forging a sword for Sir Radzig.
Yani gizlice kılıç kullan.
The sword
Çocuk
was
gibi.
taking shape when Sir Radzig himself came to have a look at it. He praised Father's work and said that with his smithing skills, he could easily make a living in Prague or Vienna.
You don't say.
You don't say.
Sigismund's horde was already on the horizon, ready to attack the town. I saw smoke on the horizon from a village Sigismund pillaged on the way to our town.
Lan
which was
oradan
soon
şey
to meet the same
kasıyormuşuz ya.
fate.
God have mercy.
And then death descended on Skalitz.
Tamam, şimdi şundan kasalım.
I've never seen a raid before, and it was terrifying. The moaning of the wounded, death rattles, the terrible screams as swords passed through flesh. There was nothing but confusion, blood, and death.
It's very sad.
I ran to the castle like our neighbours to take cover, but I didn't make it. I had to find another way to save myself. The men on the battlements called down to me to flee to Talmberg and warn you. I was lucky I knew a concealed path around the castle. I needed a horse to get to the safety of Talmberg and to warn you all.
And with all that was happening, you thought of others like a good Christian.
Then I heard a scream. It was Teresa, the mill wench. She'd been caught by a gang of Cuman savages who planned to violate her.
Yalan söylemeyeceğiz tabii ki.
God knows I wanted to.
Yani söyleyeceğiz de bu böyle
Even
de
though I
değil
had
tabii.
the sword we made for Sir Radzig, they had me outnumbered and they were well armed too. I only just managed to grab one of their horses and ride off. I couldn't help her any more than I could have helped my parents.
It wasn't your fault.
I'll never forget the horror. It will haunt me for the rest of my life.
That's terrible. How could something like that happen?
God alone knows why he lets such things happen.
You poor boy. I understand your grief, but God is not to blame for the ills of this world. That is the work of Satan and those who do his bidding. Those who are corrupted by greed, envy, and pride. You must not lose faith, whatever life brings. Fate has not been merciful to me, and my husband either. Although in comparison to the horrors you went through. I was young when I married my husband. It was my father's wish. Divish was a lot older than I, but a woman must bear her lot. Shortly after our marriage, before I even got a look at Talmberg, the castle was stormed and my husband was imprisoned.
Really?
My husband had some quarrel with Sir Havel Medek of Valdek, who decided to resolve it by force. He stormed the castle, burned down the village of Pribyslavitz, and killed many of our men, even the old chamberlain. He imprisoned my husband in the castle and put his own garrison there.
Ama çok konuştular ya.
That's awful.
I was barely 18 years old, and all of a sudden, I was left alone with Sir Robert. We didn't know what to do. We went to Prague to appeal to the king and sought help from Divish's friends, but all to no avail. We tried for years, but it seemed I was destined to be left alone and my husband to rot in jail in his own castle.
Years, you say?
7 years. That's how long it took before Havel was condemned as an enemy of the crown. And even then, he refused to surrender the castle and release my husband. In the end, I raised the money to pay a ransom, and only then, by the grace of Lord Jesus, did I finally lay eyes on my husband once more.
7 years. And was Harville punished for it?
Never. And after 7 years, my husband returned to me an infirm old man.
Sir Divish seems like a good, strong man.
Certainly, only he has many
Certainly.
concerns. He had to rebuild Talmberg. After he was released, the king appointed him Burgrave of Prague Castle, and he was very busy. He had no time for me at all. But at least we were in the city. There was something going on. And now, we're here.
My lady, you're still
Lady'ye
young,
hiçbir şey sormadı. Her şeyi anlat.
beautiful. Your best years are still ahead of you.
Would that were true, lad. Would it were true.
Pehlivanlı.
But what am I doing bothering you with this? You have troubles enough of your own.
Lütfen. Zahmet olur.
I'll go and let you sleep.
Zahmet olur lady.
I enjoyed our little talk, Henry. Good night, and God bless.
Good night, my lady.
Henry tam bir mal. Ayakkabıdan çıkarmıyor yine bak. Adam gelip ağzımızı tokatlayacak. Bakıyoruz. Evet. Bir bölümün daha sonuna geldik. Mi? Rüyayı da bir görelim de.
Help us, son. Don't be a coward.
Henry, wake up. You don't want to miss this.
What is it? What's happening?
Come to the battlements. One of our patrols reported a company heading here from Skalitz.
Gelenler varmış. Bakalım tanıdığımız var mı aramızda? Aralarında. Bir sonraki bölümde görüşmek üzere. Ciao.